Alrighty, let's get going today. We are microneedling stretch marks. I got my bathing suit on underneath my sweats. And welcome Melissa, Victoria, Sasha, Debbie. It's so good to see all of you guys. And I'll be able to be focused on you because I won't have to worry about TikTok today. Although, you guys, I have to say, TikTok is great for live streaming. That's the reason I simultaneously do it, is because TikTok will bring me like thousands and thousands of new people as I live stream. YouTube, unfortunately, isn't exactly the same way. Although, that's how we found Edward. Edward found us because I was live streaming talking about peptides one time, I think. So, good. Okay, it's fine on everyone's end. Great. I don't know why my side says there's an error, but we'll just go with it. I think we'll start with doing some scalp treatment. I know I forgot to put this in the blog, Melissa, but maybe we can just add it. This is my new Derma high frequency wand. This is on sale on Amazon Prime Days right now. So if you guys have been thinking about getting a wand like this, just know that maybe now is the time because they are on extra sale. And I like mine turned all the way up. Oh, you guys, PMD sent me a new mirror. Have you guys seen this mirror? It just came, so I'm using that today in front of me. And then I'm super excited to release the video that took me a really long time to make. It. The neck and chest peel video is an epic video, you guys. It will be released tomorrow. And I'm going back to my 10 a.m. Time. I don't know. I vacillate between 10 a.m. Pacific and 5 p.m. Pacific. But this week we're going to try 10 a.m. again. We'll see how that works for you guys. Let's see. What did Sasha say? Melissa, you don't know this, but you're my best friend in my head. Oh my gosh, Sasha, you have no idea. Like, that's really how it is for me too. I see all of your guys' comments. I read them. I engage with you guys in public chats, in DMs, and you guys do become some of my best friends. I feel like these women or men, you know, they've got me. Like, they feel that I'm giving value to them, and then you guys in return give me so much support and value. So I do. I equally feel the same way. You know, that's how Melissa became my go-to person for all of this. Melissa found me on YouTube. Melissa would just constantly like be kind and generous to me, always reaching out, always saying hi. And then when there was a position I needed to fill because my sister was not being able to do it anymore because she had 4 kids and was just like, I can't do this. Melissa's like, I can do that. And I was like, really? So Melissa lives, I hope she doesn't mind me saying this, she lives in Greenwich, Connecticut, on the other side of the country, and I live in California. And yeah, we run this business together, and she manages the Natural Kaos App and our live streamers in there. We have an amazing skin squad. You guys are probably familiar with all of them. They live stream all the time inside the app, showing how to do different things so that yours truly doesn't have to like do a million things every day. And yeah, she handles like the blogs, all the affiliate work that we do. Just, she's on it, you guys. And that's, everyone who works for Natural Kaos in some capacity are from followers. Like, I don't go out and like hire random people. I hire people who are super supportive, love what we do, know what we do. And so, you know, there's no like time to explain to them, oh, this is what we do. They know what we do, which is what makes them the best candidates for working with us. So just a little inside knowledge there. You guys, ever since I went darker, like, I knew I had a lot of gray coming through my hair, but ever since I went darker, like, the blonde definitely, you guys all know this, blonde definitely mitigates how much gray you can see. And so now that I have the darker hair, I'm like, oh my gosh, Kim, no wonder people live in the hair salon. Because normally with my blonde hair, I would maybe get my hair done twice a year. Now I'm like, oh, I guess like every 6 weeks is what's needed, but I don't know. I'm just not that great at having appointments on the schedule all the time. I really loathe appointments, which is why I started doing my own stuff at home. Because I was like, I can't keep these appointments. But I never do my own hair. I know, it's like I do everything else, but like when it comes to my hair, I'm just not savvy at doing hair. Believe me, I've tried. My sister's had to fix my hair numerous times. So Kim doesn't do her own hair anymore. We all want to clone Melissa. I know. I know. She's the best. I couldn't do this without her. She's like the biggest support to me with the business and personally. She is my best friend, you guys. I know. Debbie says if we ever meet, all we're going to do is laugh. I know. Gosh, I wish my life wasn't so ridiculous these days because I did love doing our meetups, or like we would do special like mod retreats a couple times, and that was so awesome to meet people in person because everybody lives all over the country. This job is virtual, and so you don't have to live next door to me to do it. But with that said, we don't really get to embrace each other on a regular basis because we're just all like in chats with one another. So it is a different world, you guys. Who thought when I was in college from 2000 to 2004, this thing did not exist. This world did not exist. And now every kid wants to be an influencer, and I'm like, you have no idea what you think you want to do. Believe me, you have no idea the stress of it, how hard it is. By far one of the hardest jobs. And there's no like downtime from it. You know, it's a 24/7 job. So it's not like, even when I'm on vacation or something, it's not like I'm really ever checked out. Okay, so we did our little scalp treatment with our new Derma high frequency wand. Again, I tell you guys this with this. It helps keep my hair growing longer and stronger because it basically brings blood supply and oxygen to the hair follicles that are inside the scalp, right? So that they're getting more nourishment as they're basically growing in the scalp, and then they come out. But if you don't have hair, I'm not going to give you any false hope. This is not going to make you go from bald to like thick hair. That's just not what it happens. Really what it is it's about preventing breakage and then creating healthier, stronger follicles so that prevents breakage, but it also makes your hair more beautiful, because the stronger the hair follicle is, the more it's going to reflect light and look just strong and healthy. Remember, we always take these off, otherwise it will roll off the table and shatter. Put it back there. All right. What are we doing today? I've got some new skincare stuff, so we'll do a little fun face routine. And then we will unrobe and do our body stretch mark microneedling session. Yeah, you love the dark hair with the gray. I know. Okay. The other things that are on sale, so I have a bunch of stuff that are on Amazon Prime, and I wasn't as calculated about it as I should have been, but I did grab a bunch of stuff, and then Melissa's like, oh, did you know those things are on Prime? And I'm like, no, I did not, but that's a good thing that we have them in the lineup today. So first off, I am using the Prequil. This is a salicylic wash, so I did get this on Amazon. They sell it in a 2-pack, and my sons really need salicylic washes, you know, because they're dirty little boys. And so I got one to test out for myself, and then I gave them the other one. So it's a pretty amazing deal, and I think it's on Prime, the dual set, but it was like, I didn't get it on Prime. I didn't get it because I bought it like a couple weeks ago. But you get 2 of these for like $33, not on sale. So I'm not sure what the discount brings it down to, but getting a huge like face wash like this for like under $15, that's a good deal. So one idea is that you could buy one and then gift the other one this Christmas, or just have a backup if you really like it. I'm going to be using it with my Revive Sonique. If I can, get it to come out. Okay, so we got some on there. Oh, Edward's here. Good morning, Edward. Okay, and then what did Tisha, what did Tisha say? She says, hey, Melissa, I tried to log on from my iPad and it denied me. I need my phone for work while I watch. Oh, man, Tisha. Are you talking about the app, or are you talking about right now on YouTube? And then Sasha says, Kim, I just did my own talks. I followed your face map, did my platysmal bands, lip flip, full face, incorporated the Russian technique, and I love it. Oh my gosh, Sasha, I'm so happy for you. Congratulations. You guys, this is why I do what I do, even though I run the risk of constantly being terminated from platforms that I love and deplatformed. The truth is that this information should be out there. You guys should feel capable. You should feel empowered to do these things. And said powers, unfortunately, and I'm not a conspiracy theorist person. Like, I don't buy into conspiracies because conspiracies require too many people to buy in and stay quiet and do all this. But I would say that it's not necessarily a massive conspiracy. It's just that big pharma and big tech, they spend a lot of money together. So they're besties, right? Because they're rolling. And when there's anything that they feel like could compromise their cash cow, they're going to stomp it down. And it's really, really crazy because we don't have the main street forum anymore. Like, I can't go out and like hang up my 95 thesis, right? Like, that doesn't exist anymore. Nobody's going to see it. The only place you can do that is on these platforms. So they control all speech, they control all content. They get away with it because they have the privilege of Section 230, which they should definitely lose, because it means that as a creator, I have no recourse against them when they burn down my businesses. But that's the reason I always like drive you guys to the Natural Kaos app, because honestly, I don't know how long I will be able to be on these platforms. Like today, I lost my large TikTok account. It just happens. Like, I wake up every day and something happens to my platforms. And so that's the reason I'm really careful in what I say, in what I share, what I do. I've really tried to be very thoughtful in everything, because I don't want to lose these. I love making videos. I love connecting with you guys. I love sharing real stuff. And, you know, the world is getting away from that. And with AI coming on, like, it's going to get a lot more fake, you guys. All right. I always mess up turning this on. Let me see. You would think after all these years of using this, I would know how to turn it on, but it's like the buttons are a little weird. Okay, so that's the like, but why are you not? Oh, there we go. See, I hold it down too long. You don't have to hold it down. Okay, so this is my Revive Sonique. This one's a really good deal, and it's so tiny. So it's the reason I like reach for it a lot. I love traveling with this one as well, because it just like goes into my bag. I don't have to worry about it breaking. It's like a really good little pod for giving me red LED, the sonic vibration for scrubbing out any impurities in my pores, and then just working this cleanser in. I love it. Okay, let's see. Okay. Sasha says, now I'm learning lip hydration so I can do my own lip filler. Oh, so I'm in that course right now, and they're going to release the lip filler section, I think today or tomorrow. So I'm really interested in that. I will say I've been a little disappointed in this injection course. I would say it's pretty static, meaning that like one day they'll just drop like a face map, and then the next day they'll drop like a question like, what do you guys want to learn about? And then the next day they'll drop like a series of PDFs. It's just pretty static. Like, it feels like I'm going to a blog and not getting a lot of like insight. So no wonder it was so cheap, because it was like, I think it was like $270 for 3 months access, but it's just like a plug and play static situation they're doing. So it's nothing like our app. It's not engaging. It's not back and forth. It's not anything like that. Like you can't ask questions in it because they do it in Telegram, so you can't give them feedback. So that's the reason I didn't share it immediately, because I didn't want you guys like buying it and then being like, oh, this is kind of a loser. Because right now I would not recommend it. But I started October 1st, so let's give it some time. You know, maybe we're about to get into the meat of it. But they did drop one talks video, but again, they didn't do a good job of filming. They didn't do a good job of like really showing you, yeah, I don't know. I'm just kind of like, that's the reason I think our app is just such a good deal, because like it's the only thing I've ever seen like it online in this world that offers what we do. And people will sell courses for like $1,200, $1,500, and it's ridiculous. And once you buy, it's not like you can get your money back. It's not like you can get in there and be like, oh, this is junk. I want my money back. No, that's not how it works. Which is why when we went to market with the Natural Kaos app, I wanted to make it really inexpensive. I wanted to make it, you know, month to month. You can come in and devour everything in 1 month and then leave, and, you know, that's your prerogative. But one of the reasons I think so many members stay is because of the community, because you feel like you find such amazing people, so many good friends that you want to bounce ideas off of as you start to navigate this stuff. And then with our skin app, Skin Squad, constantly going live, constantly giving you guys insight, showing you how to use new products that come on the market from Korea. Like, it is definitely a different world. And I do a really bad job of like explaining that. I need to get better at marketing it. I don't know, you guys. There's so many fires to constantly deal with. Like today, trying to get the TikTok account back. We will see. I don't hold my breath on any of this stuff because it's never been a win-win for me. Let's see. What did Tisha say? Tisha says we would find you, Kim. Let them try. Well, I mean, hopefully Google doesn't kick my website off of, you know, the internet. And hopefully we can always stay on Apple and Android with the app. I mean, it's been up there for 5 years. They haven't terminated it. So hopefully, but you know, if they do, that's a huge problem. But Apple and Android, they have to be really careful, because if they started deleting apps, then that would be a big problem, because you only have 2 options for apps with phones, right? You only have the Apple Store or the Google Play Store. And so if they did that, they would really run into, I think, censorship issues and business issues, because apps are obviously business concepts. You know, that's the other problem, is that they treat platforms, like people who build accounts on platforms, like they're not businesses. And that's just inherently untrue. So I think what will eventually happen, and I wish it would happen today and not like in 4 years from now, but I think what will eventually happen is that there'll be online property rights, where these platforms can't just remove you without recourse. They have to go through a much bigger litigation process to destroy your business online and your presence online, because they control whoever's online, right? And so, I mean, I know that the Apple Store did remove a few apps this week, but they were kind of, you know, I don't want to get political, but I felt like they were kind of gross apps. Not saying that I want to support censorship, because I'm the person who believes that censorship on one person is censorship on us all. But these apps were kind of doxing apps for ICE agents, where, you know, they were incentivizing people to attack ICE agents. And I think that's gross, and Like, you know, can you imagine if like the entire police force in the United States was put on an app, their addresses were put there to dox them, and then they were given incentives to go like attack them? That just seems like a really gross app. When it comes to our app, we're all adults in it and we pay for it, so we're opting in with our money and as an exchange of value, and we're only doing it to ourselves. We're not saying run next door and shove this in your neighbor's face. It's like completely the opposite. Okay, our face is cleaned. So let's see what I did here. I also was at Target this weekend and I got some new products to use from like the makeup area as well. Let's dry our face down. Okay, let's see. Sasha says, I had to fire my nurse because she was putting me down and wasn't happy about me learning from your app and trying it on myself, and needless to say, she no longer works here and I just signed up to get my nursing. You did. You know, it's so sad, but unfortunately, especially in the RN injectable world, there are amazing injectors. Like I have injectors who are licensed injectors and they think what I do is great and they're super supportive and like they don't take it like somehow it's impacting their job security. But there are a good group of people that for some reason either feel that it's going to hurt their job security, or in their minds they think because they went to nursing school they're the only ones who can learn and do something, so they have this like prestige about them. And then when you say to them, no, I don't need to do that to do this to myself, I can learn and be proactive for myself, not for other people but for myself, they take that like offensively. Like, how dare you think you could do this to yourself? You didn't go through nursing school. Let's be clear. When you go through nursing school, you do not learn how to do injectables, okay? You learn how to do injectables once you get into a med spa and they put you through the allergen training, and then you start practicing on people and you probably botch some things up on other people until you get better, right? That's just the name of the game. That's why it's called practicing medicine. So this idea that you can't learn to do it for yourself is a joke. It's like when boxed hair dye came to the grocery store and, you know, like hairdressers were like, no, you can't do that. You're going to ruin, your hair's going to fall out. You're going to ruin your hair. Again, job security and them feeling like because they got a hairdresser's license, they're the only ones who can touch dye. I mean, it's just crazy. All right, so what do we got here? We've got that Prequel toner. This is the 15% glycolic. I really like this. I know some of you guys have been trying Prequel and you like it too. Like, I think it's a really great brand. I love how much you get. You get, like, it's such a great price point for how much you get in these bottles. Yeah, that's amazing, Sasha. Sasha says, just another human here to learn. That's me too. That's the reason I was really excited about being able to sign up for this injectable course. Like, I was so stoked that like I could get into a course and see what they were doing. So far, haven't been that impressed, but we will see. Okay, so there is like a tingle to this. I actually did dermaplane my face this morning because I was feeling hairy. And I was like, oh, I should throw that into today's live. But then I was like, well, that's going to go way too long. So I did do a dermaplaning this morning. And so now it's a little extra tingly because once you cut off that micron top layer of skin and all the vellus hair, you know, your skin's a little bit more sensitive to these toners. I just love the glide of this toner. It is so silky. So I'm really glad that Prequel sent me a bunch of their products to try out because, you know, I get sent a bunch of stuff. Things don't really stand out that often, but when they do, I will rave about it because for me, having a house full of skincare products, I've tried literally everything. I have literally everything. And so it's hard for things to stand out. So when they do stand out, I'm like, ooh. Okay, I used to share a lot about these things and then kind of got off the bandwagon just because, more products to try. But this weekend when I was at Target, I saw that Pixie had vitamin C in their capsules. I used to use the Neutrogena Rapid Tone ones a lot. The reason I think you don't need to get everything in a capsule, but honestly, for vitamin C, getting it in a capsule like this is the best way, because as soon as you screw a vitamin C dropper and you see like SkinCeuticals selling it for like $100, and I'm just like, that's crazy. Because once you undo the wrap or the seal on that, it's exposed and that vitamin C starts to lose its efficacy. So if you do have bottles of vitamin C, write a 30-day date ahead of time on it, or write the date you unlocked it, because within 30 days that vitamin C basically is going to be too exposed to give you the coverage or the protection you think you're getting from vitamin C, which is why these little cheap capsules for getting vitamin C in are so great, because I just untwisted its head, right? So now this vitamin C is exposed to air for the first time. And so it's the most effective vitamin C you're going to be able to put on your face. So just going to rub this in. And it's like the perfect amount too. And they're great for traveling, because let's say you're going away for the weekend for 4 days. You just pop 4 of those into your bag instead of having to take a whole glass bottle of vitamin C. Why is my face getting peely? It must not like being on top of this toner. We're getting some of the... This reminds me of like those old Amazon lives I would do, and we'd have like 40 products, because you could do 40 products in a carousel. And sometimes I would layer on stuff and I'd be like, what is going on? Sometimes products just don't go well together. Obviously, this toner does not like this vitamin C material, but it's okay. We still got the vitamin C coverage on. It just got a little peely. So we'll just brush those peels off. But look at the glow. It's looking so pretty. Got them now in my hair everywhere. Awesome. You guys, on Monday in the app, I'm so excited. So I'm trying a new product. I'm trying the Revs Pro 23. So it's like the Korean Sculptra. So we're going to do that. And I'm also going to do another Curanex eye treatment, because the Sculptra is going to go, it's not Sculptra, Korean Profilo. So the Profilo is going to go fast, because, we're just going to do the 10 spots for it. And then we will do my eyes. Hopefully this time I don't give myself that big bruise, but you never know. The face is vascular, especially around the eyes. And sometimes I do give myself a massive bruise, but I don't even mind when I do it. You guys, this is going to sound so bad. I don't even mind when I do it, because then all of a sudden I can cut a reel from it. And like those reels do exceptionally well, because I look like I was beat up, and people, for some reason want to watch that. I tell you, the internet is really weird. Let's see. Oh, so Debbie says I used Chiara Regiu for Mezzo last night. I really liked it, just FYI. Okay, I have to go in and watch that. I missed it. I was at the boys' football game. That is what's hard about the lives for me. I have to always go back and watch them typically, because 4 p.m. for me in the afternoon is like pick up boys, sports, dinner. It's like the hardest time, which is why I don't go live that often in the app. I just do my 2 Mondays a week or a month. But I am excited about this coming Monday. I think I always love trying a new product. I always love researching it and mapping out how I'm going to use it. So very excited about doing that. Oh, Tisha says, nice, I'm off Monday. Oh, yay. Well, and remember, even if you can't catch me while I'm live, they're always saved in the app for you. Okay, let's put on that half and half from Prequel. I really love this stuff too. It's just like a fun little Prequel day. I love that they call it half and half too. It's just this like milky hydrator toner. So it's not like a thick lotion, which is nice, like especially if you live in Florida or like muggy places where you don't want to put on a thick face cream during the day. This one is just like really nice and light. And I thought what we would do, once we got that on, is just do a quick little solo wave experience. Hopefully you're charged. Did I not charge you? Oh, this is the one that doesn't have a button on it. Okay, hold on. Sorry, you guys. I have another one that's charged. Let me see. I got a bunch of these. Let's see, are you charged? Oh, you're not a solo wave. All right. Well, here we go. This one has a button. So sometimes when I layer on a bunch of stuff, I just like to use this to just go over everything and just like work it in. Moving my cheek mid-face up. So we want that lifted. Getting the red light really against my skin, which is nice. Because if you didn't know, the further away red light is from your face, the less efficacy it has. So like if you can't get your LED mask to be right against your skin, you're not actually getting the full power that they would say you're getting in them. You really need those tight against your face. Which is why these little wands are not only great for traveling, but you know that it's like right against your skin. Oh, Sasha says she loved last night's. That's great. All right. Just getting a little bit of red light impact. Getting our face nice and massaged. This it vibrates and is warm. Get it in there. Get it on our nose area. Okay. Go underneath our jaw. Move that lax skin up. Okay. You guys know that I've cried a lot over losing platforms over the past, and it's kind of interesting today that I didn't really shed a tear. I don't know if I'm just getting super conditioned to it or if I don't have any emotions left, but maybe I'll cry later once I realize it's permanent. We'll see. Okay, I did pick this up on Amazon. This is an NAD plus biomask, since NAD is everywhere these days, and I'm going to be doing a microneedling session with some NAD plus, so that's coming out soon. But I thought, let's try this mask. And oh, it's got a sling on it too, so we will see. I guess I should read the instructions that of course are in Korean. Do you have any good pictures? All right, no. We'll just open it up and see how to make it work. Let's see, I've got some scissors. Hopefully I don't cut the mask. Let's make sure the mask is like pushed down off of the seam. We'll be ultra careful. Okay. Yay. Okay, so the first one, what are you? Are you the mask? Okay. Oh, you are the eye mask. Okay. Oh, it's very creamy. Oh, okay. This is gonna feel nice. Okay, creamy, and then Let's get the other portion out. Look at it's like dripping. It's got a lot. Let me move this to the side because I feel like it's like always in the way. This thing is dripping all over my table. Okay. Let's see. What did Debbie do? Yes, I am from New Jersey and still am here, relocating to North Carolina pretty soon, though. It's very exciting. I know, I'm so excited for you, Debbie. Well, I'm sad because I never got to see you in New Jersey and we were supposed to go on our fall walk and play golf together. But I'm excited for you too. Okay. So I'm like trying to understand. I think it's got to go like this because see this picture. Oh yeah. Okay. So this part is coming up about like on her mouth like this. Oh yeah, because there's like a chin slot. Okay. Alright. So if you weren't talking, I don't feel like this piece should have gone on first, but okay. We'll just pull it down a little bit. Make it look nice. Okay. Now we're all locked and loaded. So it does come up underneath your jaw. And there's a ton of serum in this package. Like, let's see what we can. Look how much is here. Okay, hold on. Let's take off our sweatshirt. And this will reveal my neck and chest peel, you guys. So tomorrow the neck and chest peel video will air on YouTube. I showed you 12 days of recovery with it. It was a beast. It took a long time, but luckily it can go underneath your clothes so you don't feel like your face is constantly a problem. But I did get a nice peel. You can even see like, here's like the edge of it, like where I put the acid and then it didn't go on my shoulder. So like it definitely, yeah, we had some like good barrier lines of seeing what happened, but it's definitely nice and peeled and tight and clear. I kind of want to do another one, but we'll maybe do that in December or something. All right, let's get ready to microneedle our stretch marks. I'm gonna have to have this, I don't know, we'll see. Sometimes I don't really need it. So I'm using the Me Too Healer today. So it's a PDRN product. Let's see if get the like closer for you guys. I have to close my eyes. Okay, there it is. It comes in like a box, I think a box of 10. And do I have that box out here? I don't see it. All right. And then this is I believe it's a 2 ml vial. Maybe it's a 5 ml vial. It's a 3 ml vial. Okay, so we removed its cap. And then I do have a draw syringe for it. So it's 3 mils. So what I'll do is I will draw 1.5 mils for one side of my hips, and then we'll use the other 1.5 mils on the other side. It can be consistent. So there's 1.5 mils. Well, you can see that, 1.5. Okay, let's see. What are you guys saying? Oh, Debbie says, Tisha, I did my favorite mask last night. The Sika Repair mask. What's your favorite? Oh yeah, that's a nice mask. Sasha says, Debbie, I'm so over NYC. I only love it there November through December for the holidays. I love the heat. Yeah. Well, it gets hot in New York, but it gets like muggy, right? I was there once in May. I'm normally there. The times I've been in New York have been like in January and February, but then I was there in May and I couldn't believe how hot the city was already. I was like, there's no way I could stay here in the summer if May is already this hot. So I put on my Channel Pro pen. We're using the Channel Pro pen today. I put on the 82 pin flower cartridge. We'll see if we can remove it. Oh my gosh, you guys. I swear. Let's see. There we go. And this is the 1 millimeter depth. So remember with this, you don't dial up the depth like with a doctor pen. You choose the cartridge that you're going to use based on how many pins it has and the depth it has. So this is 1 millimeter depth, which would be great for our body. So that's the reason I'm using it today on our stretch marks. Oh, good morning, Emily. How are you? Debbie says, NYC is crazy now. I was there in August and had a great time, but it's just so expensive to drive in and park, tolls, etc. Yeah. Sasha says, I prefer South Florida. Oh, yeah. Let's go to Miami. Let's go to Palm Beach. Okay. So, we're going to be microneedling again, kind of this whole region. I always have an issue with. It's a good thing I go to yoga and that I have a lot of flexibility, but still, sometimes I feel like I give myself a crazy body ache from turning so much like this. And I know it's hard to see my stretch marks, but like I have one right here, it's faint. And then it's just like kind of those other kind of just like wiry stretch marks back here that are super faded. They are like, I'm not hating on myself. Like I'm not uncomfortable about it or anything, but I also feel like I just want the skin to be firmer, which is why this pen is so great, because some people have asked me, oh, is that like the Pro Cell pen? Yes, so this is very similar to the Pro Cell, so it's hitting you and stabbing you, okay, but you can get it for a lot less from our vendors. Beauty from Korea sells this pen. He is selling quote unquote refurbished ones. You guys, they're new, okay, they're new. You just go buy them if you're looking for this pen. Don't think that you're getting like a used crappy pen. You're not. He's just moving the product, and you know, with distribution things, like he's marked them as refurbished. Okay, so that's a little inside tip there. Okay, Sasha says, I bought the Channel Pro pen. I love it more than the Candela Pro pen. Oh, really? Okay, I'm not familiar with the Candela Pro pen, but that is good to know. So I'm just gonna use my hand to like catch it and just rub it in, and then we're gonna get to work. And remember, this pen has 2 settings. I'm gonna go on the faster setting, and I'm just gonna start punching it in. I just love too how much surface area I can get going. Makes it so much easier than like using a smaller tipped pen. But you guys, you can do this with a doctor pen. I show using these pens in a myriad of different ways, because I don't want anybody to think, oh, you can only do that with that pen. No, that's not true. All the pens are going to cause collagen induction because they're causing that trauma to the skin. But this pen I do like for doing this just because it makes my life a lot easier. And I'm getting the hit plus the stab. And I will like kind of push it in deep, because the skin is deeper here than our face. And I'll just come all the way up onto that stretch mark that I've been treating. It is getting even better, honestly, the more I stay consistent and do that. That's the reason I love doing these beauty lives with you guys, because it just gives me this great excuse to constantly stay consistent. People ask me all the time, How often do I microneedle? Well, if you join my beauty lives, you see me microneedling every week. That doesn't mean that I'm always microneedling my face or always microneedling stretch marks or always microneedling my scalp. I do alternate, but I try to be as real and transparent as possible, which is why doing these lives is such a great thing. And it will be a little sore later on today for me. Like, it will be red, just like it should be. It will feel a little raw, as it should. And that's what we want. I don't want to microneedle and not get the sunburn or the impact that I should get. And with these, you can't drag them like you can with Dr. Pens because they don't have that lip. So this is definitely one where you stamp. It also kind of feels like a massage in a way. Okay, let's get on some more serum. So as we go and we're opening up the skin, I'm just infusing it more with the PDRN. PDRN, as I've explained, comes from salmon DNA. They use like the rainbow trout, and apparently that is supposed to be 99% like our own DNA, which is why it's so great for improving the skin. They use it in Korea and other parts of the world for burn victims. Still not sure why the FDA hasn't approved it for inside the United States for skin treatments, but I'm sure that will change eventually. But that's also why I don't feel the need to wait for the FDA to be able to do things to myself that I know are going to be beneficial. Like, they're not my mom, they're not my dad. I'm 43 years old. If I want to use a product from Korea on myself that's been proven to improve skin, then I'm going to do that. Like, I don't need to wait for these powers to decide what's right for me. Oh my gosh, I'm getting a neck creak. Maybe if I just watch in the monitor instead of looking down, that'll be easier for me. Let's see. What is that red light therapy you just did, please? Okay, you might be behind in the YouTube video. So I think you're talking about the Solo Wave that I used. Just a little wand that does vibration, red light, and heat, which makes it nice for pushing serums into your skin. And if you go up to the link in the chat, the Solo Wave, I believe, is part of Prime Days. Melissa can tell me if I'm wrong, but I believe I saw it in the Prime Day list that we put together, she put together. Okay, let's get a little bit more on it. Okay, we'll do one more round, and then we'll go to the other side. And then we're going to do a whole polish up on my face because I did get that a bunch of new makeup from Target. So we'll use it, see see what I do. You guys know I'm not a makeup girly, so pretty much I do the same thing just with different products. But I don't really like colored eyeshadows. I really don't have the eyes for doing a lot of makeup. Nor does my face carry makeup very well. Like, you know how some people's faces, they can just put on a lot of makeup and look awesome? That's not my face. I can't put on a lot of makeup. If I put on a lot of makeup, I feel like I look like I'm a drag queen or something. In fact, when we got married, I did my own makeup because I was concerned that, like, if I hired a makeup artist, they'd make me look like a crazy person and I wouldn't look like myself. I just don't like that. I stay below my hip bone because if I go on that, like, it will be really uncomfortable. Like, it will probably bleed there. But I do have like little pinpoint bleeding, like little pricks, but you probably can't, probably just not showing up. Okay. Oh, my neck. Okay, let's turn her off. Turn off. Turn off pen. Okay. Let's use up the rest and just coat it into that whole area we just treated. You can see, right? It's red. Made a good impact in that whole area. So now it'll get tighter. I'm gonna just like fan it in for a minute. I think what we'll also do is we'll put some of the Prequel half and half on it. That will feel good. Tisha says, great job. Kim, I was a slave to makeup in my younger years. I no longer wear makeup, just a little eyeliner, mascara, lip tint, only what I go out these. Yes, yes, I agree. Especially when we take such good care of our skin. You know, the last thing we want to do is like be covering it up with products that just sit on our face. Now, I will say that makeup's come a long ways with like having ingredients in it that are beneficial to the skin, which is nice. But yeah, oh my gosh, my freaking neck. You know what I'm gonna do? Now that the skin is open and got that PDRN in, I'm actually gonna take those vitamin C capsules. I'm gonna pack one of these on each side. So they have the antioxidants in them. That'll be nice. Just get a little vitamin C action going down there. And especially if your stretch marks are colored and not hypotropic like mine, like if they're red, putting in some vitamin C to help lighten them would be a great idea. Okay, that side's done. Tack that up. Oh my gosh, my neck. Okay, let's go to the other side. So we will put my draw needle back on. We're going to draw up the rest of what's in our Me Too PDRN vial. Pull the needle way down. Sure that it's okay. There we go. Did anybody see the new show on Netflix called, so there was Dahmer and then there was Monsters, you know, the story of the brothers who killed their parents, the Menendez brothers. And then this new one I just saw last night came out that was also called Monster, but it says his name. I can't remember what his name is, but I only watched one episode last night. Okay, that was it. And that is going to be also crazy. Okay, so got a little bit less than 1.5 on this side, but basically the same. And Melissa's doing great. I love the channel pro pen. Sasha says larger tips gets through the session easier and quicker. Yes, exactly. Emily says natural is the way. Absolutely. Plus, as we get older, I just think that like you really want your beautiful skin to show through. Okay, so on this side, kind of the same deal. I have like one strong stretch mark here. You might not really see. And then just kind of those faint like striated ones. So just want this skin to be tighter and less like, you know, chicken skin. It feels like chicken skin to me. really describe myself in a very attractive way. Just being real, you guys. All right. So let's squirt some of the PDRN on, rubbing it in, turning on our Channel Pro pen. You have to hold it down and then click it. Okay, now we're on the fastest setting. I'm just going to start stabbing. Yeah, I've got drugstore today. Let's see what we're going to be doing on my face. Has anybody ever used the Maybelline, what is this called? Super Stay 24-hour skin tint. So it's a skin tint. It's got vitamin C in it. I'm interested to see how thick it is because I don't like anything that's super thick. So we'll try that. And then I have a new Dermalogica SPF today. Dermalogica did send some products, so we're going to test them out. Be a nice person. Try to stay on PR. Melissa's like, are you going to try those products? They're asking. I'm like, oh, okay. Just stab down. Okay, so I guess nobody has seen the Monsters show that I'm referring to. Did anybody watch Dahmer or the Menendez brother Monsters one? I think they're done really well. I mean, believe me, they're disturbing. Like, no doubt. Like, very disturbing. But they're done so well. It's like, I can't help but want to watch them because the producers of these are just phenomenal movie makers. I just finished Black Rabbit the other night. Oh my gosh, you guys, Black Rabbit, so good. I once got a I'm going to take it as a compliment. I once got a comment on YouTube where the person said, you remind me of, what's his name? No, I'm drawing a blank. Jason Bateman. And I was like, oh, really? Well, I really love Jason Bateman. He's one of my all-time favorite actors, so I will take that as a compliment, but I'm not really sure how I remind you of Jason Bateman. But nonetheless, he's great. So if I can be in that company, then I'll take it. But anyways, Black Rabbit, you guys, if you haven't watched that with Jude Law and Jason Bateman, really, really good. Okay, Debbie says Black Rabbit was great. I know! So good. Yeah, Sasha says it is on, I think I watched it on Netflix. Debbie, double check me. Am I wrong? I have Apple TV and Netflix, so sometimes I get a little confused between what I'm watching and where I'm watching it, but I think Black Rabbit was on Netflix. Okay, Debbie, yeah, it's on Netflix. And then the new Monsters show is also on Netflix. I really don't think we're ever going to go to the movies again. I think the movie time is over. I think everything is just going to be on streaming now because who wants to like go to the movies and spend $200 to see something and buy $20 popcorn when you can make a bag of popcorn for $1 and enjoy it in your bed and not have to listen to other people? Do I sound like I'm antisocial or what? I think I'm antisocial. I don't want to be antisocial. I just don't necessarily want to hang out at the movie theater anymore. I know, I'm always watching murder movies. I'm a sicko like that. Like, I've watched every like documentary on like bad boyfriends, on like crazy stuff that goes on online. Every like story about crime. I just find it fascinating. I find human beings fascinating. Okay, let's put this on. Now, obviously, in Dahmer and in this new one I'm watching, the people are sick, okay? This isn't like your run-of-the-mill normal person doing these things. Like, something is wrong with them. And they just kind of go unnoted for a long time. But this isn't like your normal Sally Apple next door doing this crap. This is like weirdos who don't get along in society to begin with. But it makes you wonder how many people are like that. Like how many amongst us like are walking amongst us that have these crazy abilities to do this stuff. And I know people think I'm crazy, but you know, that's all perspective. I'm not hurting anyone else. Melissa says lots of women watch crime. They say it is because we always want to keep ourselves safe, so we watch the worst crime. It's true. I watch these things and I think, okay, I'm not going to fall victim to that. All right, you know, like, especially some of these dating ones with these guys that take advantage of women. It's truly insightful, you guys. Okay, this is the end of this one. I had a little bit less on this side. Just to make sure we get some good punctures. Emily, that makes all the sense. Yeah, I think so. Like, I once watched this thing about guys. Okay, this is gonna sound really gross. Like, people would hide out underneath your car and cut your Achilles tendon as you were getting in your car, and then, you know, take you or do whatever. And so now every time I walk up on my car, I'm like always looking, especially in like garages, I'm always looking underneath my car to make sure that nobody's there that's going to cut my Achilles tendon. Like, number one, having your Achilles tendon cut has to be one of the worst pains in the world, besides whatever else is going to happen. But yeah, very, very cautious of what's underneath my car. All right, you guys, we're done with that. I can turn my neck. Oh my gosh. That is the one thing with microneedling your side hips, your neck. All right, let's fan this in for a minute. Yeah, Debbie says, if a guy ever asked me for money, he would be shown the door so fast, his head would spin. I know. And you guys, these are not dumb women who are falling for this stuff. These are intelligent business women. I mean, even that one where the lady was a reporter and she was still taken advantage of. So it's just the one benefit to today versus in the past is that you can do a lot of research on people. And you can try to make sense of their stories. And when they start not adding up, you know something's wrong with them. And that's when I immediately kill it. I'm like, this doesn't make sense. I'm out. All right, let's vitamin C this side. Just a little tingle from the vitamin C. Vitamin C can be a little tingly on the open skin. All right. Bring up our swimsuit, put our sweats back on, clean up our table, and let's move on to our final phase of getting ready for the day. Where are we going? We're not going anywhere today, but I mean, I will have school pickup. I'll be in the car. you know, hopefully we can look good for that. Remember, we don't save our cartridges. I know that these ones are more pricey. I get that, but as you microneedle with these, the pins do burr. They get less sharp. And so even though you could clean this, even though you could sanitize it, we throw these away so that every time we do a microneedling treatment, we know we're getting nice sharp pins that are going to give us the best results in the skin and not like tear at the skin. Sasha says, I question everything. I know. And you guys, okay, because I think I've shared with you, you know, unfortunately, Jason and I have gone through a divorce. So I've kind of been out there. And you guys, as I navigate dating, I'm probably going to make some videos about it. I'm going to be like Taylor Swift, sharing all the crazy experiences that happened. But dating in your 40s and 50s. Who knew? Who knew, you guys? I was not prepared for it. Did not know that that was going to happen. Did not know what men were like as adults. Kind of miss being in college where you can see them and, you know, every day and kind of make sense of what's going on. But that's not how it is these days. Okay, so and thank you for the compliment, Sasha. It's like constant work in progress. And this week I've been so tired that I did not, you guys, this is true fact. Yesterday, so Monday, it's usually Monday, Wednesday, Fridays, I go to the gym to lift. And then Tuesdays, Thursdays, and Saturdays or Sundays, I go to yoga. So on Mondays and Wednesdays and Fridays, I get up at 4:30 to be at the gym by 5. I did Monday. And then on Tuesdays and Thursdays, I get up at 5 to be at yoga by 6, because that's when it starts. On Tuesday, yesterday morning, I was falling asleep driving to yoga. And so what did I do? I got there, I parked, and I climbed into the back seat of my car and went to sleep. I slept there for 2 hours. I slept in the back of my car for 2 hours. And then I drove home, and I was like, why did I do this? I should have just stayed in my bed, you know, but I always get up thinking you'll wake up, you know, just start moving, get your clothes on, get your shoes on, let's go. And I just could not keep my eyes open. And so then I ended up sleeping in my car. I don't know if you guys have ever done that. I was afraid when I did it that somebody was going to knock on my door and be like, what are you doing? You're not allowed to sleep in the parking lot. But luckily that did not happen. Oh, Debbie, you're sweet. You know what I've learned in this crazy transition is that it really doesn't matter what you look like. You can get a lot of attention and a lot of people coming down the pathway, but it almost makes it harder to find really good guys because you're so inundated with a haystack and you're like, whoa, how do I navigate this? And yeah, I don't know. Okay, so here are our 2 Dermalogica products. So they sent a sculpting oil. It says it's powered by neuroscience. What does that mean? Let's see. Nourishing face serum combo neurotechnology and a biomedic botanical blend to help visibly restore facial it's going to restore facial symmetry. All right. For a more sculpted appearance. Use daily, shake well, apply 4 to 8 drops onto clean skin, massage in firm upward strokes, keep out of eyes. Oh my gosh, you guys, this is going to give us facial symmetry. Yeah, right. All right. You're supposed to shake. I don't understand. It's like oil. It's not shaking. Okay, we'll push the button and get some in the squeezer. Yeah, how are you supposed to shake this material? It's so thick. Let's see. You see how thick this is? I don't know how you're shaking that. Okay, Emily says, dating is so garbage. We need to love ourselves. I know. Oh no, poor Kim. I'm so tired. You work so hard. I know. Okay, so I just put some of those drops in my hands. This is kind of a hard, okay, I'm going to be honest, this is a hard product to work with. Let's see. I mean, it does smell good. I don't think it's going to give me any facial, like, I'm sorry, you guys. I'm trying to figure out where to put this. We'll have to figure that out later because that's kind of an annoying mirror for this is smaller. This will be better. Okay. Here, you know what I'll do too? We should bring in the camera. You guys have a closer angle of my face. Oh, but then we're a little too low. Okay, hold on. Okay, yeah. So now we can see it. Kind of, I mean, it smells really good. I don't know what the price point on this is. Probably expensive. Probably nothing I would ever buy. I'm gonna be real with you guys. These products always say these things. They're crazy. I don't know how they get away with putting that on their package. Like, what about this is going to give me facial symmetry? I have no idea. But it's backed with neuroscience. All right, whatever that means. Okay, let's put on this SPF. Now, I love SPFs, so I hope this goes on really nice. It's going to be an SPF of 50. It says it's a dynamic skin recovery, firming, age defending, broad spectrum moisturizer, helps combat the appearance of skin aging. So it's got antioxidants of white tea, rich in polyphenols, and a unique polypeptide helps to improve the appearance of photo-aged skin. Okay, well, I have photo-aged skin. So then it says, after cleansing and toning, apply generously to face and neck 15 minutes prior to sun exposure. All right, let's try this out. Oh, thanks, Sasha. She says, your skin looks great. I agree, Debbie. She said, sleep is part of self-care. If I do pretty good with that part, I'm your Shira, Sasha. Thank you. Yeah, we'll see how dating at 43 / whenever I find someone will go. Okay, got the pump working finally. All right, got, I don't know, half a teaspoon in our hands. Okay, I do like how it's going on. It's a sheer finish. It's not chalky, it's not hard to move. Seems like it's going on really nicely. Bring it down our neck. It's not leaving a white cast, which I know will bother some people. I don't mind a white cast. I kind of feel like it's like proves that I'm wearing sunscreen, but okay. Actually, that was nice. Nice sunscreen. I don't know if it's worth it for the price, but I also don't know what its price is off the top of my head, but I know Dermalogica can be expensive, so, you know. Yeah. No, I know, and that's why when I'm tired, you guys, or you see me like in a vlog, be like, and I took a nap. It's because I do try to like be reasonable. Like, I run a really busy day, lots of things going on, very overwhelmed with creating content and editing and trying to get projects done and out. And sometimes I hit these walls and I'm just like, no, you need a nap. Like, you need to go take a nap. And I do give that to myself because otherwise, you know, like I want to be patient and nice for when the boys get home. And if I'm running all day long and then they get home and I'm exhausted and I'm cooking dinner for them, I don't want to be snapping at them. And that is just because like I'm tired. And so I do try to fit in naps now, or like this morning I didn't go to the gym. I'm like, because of yesterday, I was like, no, I'm just going to sleep in this morning. So I slept till 6 and then I made them like a nice breakfast. And, anyways, I am trying to do those kinds of things and be mindful of them because I think it's super important. We can just run ourselves ragged in the idea and hope of doing a lot of good things, which that's good. But if you can't give yourself the air mask every once in a while, then it's just not, it's going to be for naught. You know, my boys, if they get home and their experience with me is I'm short, I'm tired, I'm exhausted, then that's going to be their experience with me, not all those other hours that they were away at school. They don't know. They only know like when they're home with me, you know. All right. So I have the Elf. So this is all, some of this is like, you know, drugstore. So I got the Elf Power Grip Dewy Setting Spray. So we'll just coat that on our face. And hopefully this stuff, the Maybelline Super Stay 24-Hour Skin Tint with vitamin C, is going to be a good coverage. You guys are so sweet to me. Thanks, guys. So I won't name some brands, but I did a deep dive on OTC products, and I stopped buying them since I went back to school 4 years ago. But one company owns 10 brands and they all use the same ingredients. Yes. So that's what I've also found. Like, cause I've gone to like beauty shows, you know, like where brands buy and stuff. And what ends up happening is you'll walk through the show and everybody will have a different booth, but they all have the same products. They've just white labeled it like a different brand name. So it's all about marketing. It's not about like they're actually innovative or they're actually new. It's all the same stuff, you guys. And some people do a prettier bottle and then charge more. You know how I feel about bottles that don't work. All right, here are some of this material. Let's see. I hope I picked the right shade. You know, I was in Target. I'm like, that looks like it might be okay. What shade did I pick? I picked 112. Okay, I like how it's going on. It does seem very sheer. Just cover up some of our little imperfections. Not getting any peeling. That's good. The Elf Grip did a good job. Just get it into our eye sockets. I have a new eyeshadow today from REM. So we'll try that out. Okay. So I did that all with my fingers, but let's just get a makeup spongy wet and we'll just dab it into the skin. Okay, Emily says sleep equals more gains. That's Emily, I was thinking that too. I'm like, you know, if I really want that peach to pop and grow, sometimes maybe I should just sleep and eat, and then when I go back, I'm going to have more energy and be able to push out more reps or do heavier sets or something like that. Okay, I'm just going to use this to just whatever we're doing, pack it in. Just like in case my fingers did like weird streaks. Sorry, you guys, I wish I could like lift the camera right now, but that would require me to go back behind it and work on the tripod, which would be really annoying. So I'm just gonna kind of stay down like this. I'll be like hunched over. Yeah, I think it's looking good too. Sasha says, and they make you think they compete against one another. However, they're under one umbrella. Only buy medical grade skincare now, and even those are carefully selected. Oh, that's good to know. Yeah. Okay, all right. I think that coverage is actually really pretty. I like how thin it is. It's really dewy. Have to say, good job, Maybelline. All right, I've got the Say bronzer, so we'll just pack this on my face and give us some, you know, color, some contour. I have a really tall forehead, so I'll constantly do this whole thing up here, and I like run it into my hairline just to like help with camouflaging like recession. I typically punch it into my eye socket too, and we'll just kind of warm up the cheeks a little bit with whatever's left on it, and then punch it underneath the neck and jaw and bring it down the neck. And... okay, good. I didn't want to do too much in my eye socket because we are going to use, and I'm hopeful it goes well. So I have 3 products today from REM Beauty. I don't know if I've ever used products from them before. I don't know if you guys have either, but it came in PR. So this is what the eyeshadow looks like. It's like a taupey shimmery color. Let's like, okay. Okay, it's lighter than I thought it would be. It's definitely more of like a champagne, so that should be pretty. Let's see. I do like things like this. I'm definitely like a champagne kind of liquid eyeshadow person. If I can get it on there. Okay, let's just use our finger to work that in. And I think we should put some on at the tip of our nose and down here on our Cupid's bow. That's always pretty. Okay. Kind of got some of that bronzer all over the place. We'll just fix that with my finger. All right, I think that's, I think it's pretty. It's definitely like a basic, right? Like I'm not worried about, maybe we should make it more intense. Okay, let's try to make it a little bit more intense so it shows up. See how wet we can get it. Okay, I think that looks pretty. Let me know what you guys think. You love it, Sasha? Okay. Yeah, I don't know what these go for. That should be something I should know. All right, then, is this a blush? I hope this is a blush. Are you a blush? You kind of look like you could be a blush. All right, this is like a corally color. I'm gonna use it as a blush and on my lips. I think we can make it work both ways. I'm gonna put a bunch on my hand, and then I'm gonna use my finger to apply it so that I can kind of control it more. And I do like to take it up like the side of my face. I'm always influenced by TikTok girls who show me how to do makeup. This is how they do it. I'm like, okay. I like that it's like a subtle pigment. It's not too intense. I don't like looking like a clown. I do like looking like a disco ball though. Okay, and then let's just see. Does it work as a lip? Is it a lippy also? I feel like all these formulas, kind of lush and lip formulas, work for both things. I think that's pretty. If you want to make it a more intense, you can kind of take it and dot it in the center of your cheek, and then just like work that out a little bit, and then it kind of looks like it's bleeding out from the center. So it's like a little bit more intense, a little bit. All right, done with that. Love just a touch of the makeup. You look phenomenal. You don't need to pack on makeup. Simply, yeah. Thank you. Yeah, we want to keep it looking fresh and clean, not too much. You know, we do so much to like have our skin look beautiful and dewy. The last thing I want to do is like cover it up with a bunch of makeup. Okay, they also sent a lip gloss. I'm a lip gloss girl, so I was happy to see this, and it's in this very like sheer color. This color is called Glossy Balm. Balm Brilliant Cosmo. Wow, that's quite the name. It's you guys, you know how like if you're in my app, like I shared how I must have hit my DLI. It's getting better. Like it's okay, I know. It's still like pulling hard, but I feel like it's getting a little less. I don't know. I'm gonna be living that down for the rest of my life. All right, let's look at what we got over here. Oh, I brought a makeup lip color pencil, but we don't need that now because I totally missed that. We already did our lips, so we don't need it. So this is just a Lawless brow pencil. I do like to give my brows a little bit extra. I do think that an intense brow is nice and pretty. So I kind of just take these crowns through my brows, and then I'm really haphazard about it. I mean, I'm sure there's like a technique to doing this to be better at it, but I just feel like once I get the spoolie going, then, you know, it is what it is. Like I can just kind of use the spoolie to like drag the color around, pop it up. It doesn't, I mean, I don't need them to be that precise, but I do like a little bit more color in them. And then, oh, okay, my girlfriend Kat was swearing by this NYX The Brow Glue Crazy Lift, so I thought, okay, has anybody used this? Like, I just felt like I had to do it. Flesh never looked good on me until recently when I put filler in my cheeks. Oh, yeah, because then it helps like define it more instead of being so flat. I know, I feel like blush would look better on me too if I had more volume here, because it would sit higher and like not look like it's dragging down as much. Okay, let's see. One of these days I'll fill my cheeks. I'm just not ready. But one day I'll do it in the app and it'll be a new step for me. All right, so I squeezed out a little bit. I don't know how much to do. Trying to get it like even on the little pad thing, the comb. And then I do love these hairs being like straight up. I feel like young girls, their brows do that. So do I need more? I'm gonna like glue my whole face with this. Oh, look at it. I like how it's up. Yay! Cheap NYX product. Much cheaper than the Benefit brow fluff that I was using, which would always run out. I feel like that brow fluff runs out so fast. This could definitely be my new thing. I'm kind of liking it. Okay, do you guys see those? I feel like those look pretty. Look at how much more shapely it shapes my face. All right. I think what we'll do, I don't want to powder my face. I did bring out the Laneige powder. Well, okay, hold on. We'll do a little bit of powder. We'll do, this is an inch. I don't know. I'm really torn on this. Like, I feel like it just looks dirty all the time. But we'll just powder kind of this center area so that it's not like so shiny. And we'll come down here and kind of powder. I think it's important to kind of powder where my nasolabial folds are, because then they don't look so egregious. Powder there. Okay. All right. We powdered everywhere. Okay. We're set now. Because then once you powder and lock it in, then you can spray with that grip again. And then it will stay for the rest of the day. Oh, I forgot to do mascara. Okay. I brought out the Voluminous Butterfly Mascara. We'll just coat a little bit so that our eyelashes look a little bit prettier. I didn't curl them. It'll be fine. This is like how I do my makeup. I mean, I always switch out the products, but the products are basically the same products. I don't use concealer. I mean, sometimes I've tried. I mean, sometimes when I have crazy bruises, I will kind of try to do a concealer thing, but I don't know. And then I usually have a spoolie that I can use to kind of help my lashes separate, because I don't like them looking clumpy or thick at the ends. I like to brush through the length of them, which I know pulls some mascara off, but it helps me separate them because I'm not good at doing mascara. And I have small lashes. Although, guess what? I have a new sister-in-law who is a lash tech, and she's coming to Thanksgiving and she's bringing her lashes. So at Thanksgiving, I'm going to get my lashes redone. I haven't done it in forever. I'm really looking forward to that. Very excited. All right, you guys. Sasha says concealer makes me look cakey. Yeah, I know. All right, here we are. So we did our whole facial routine. We gave our scalp some stimulation with our high frequency wand. We did microneedling on the hips with the Me Too PDRN and the Channel Pro pen with the 82 pin 1mm cartridge. We did this. So thank you guys for joining me for this live. You guys are the best. You're so sweet. Your comments are amazing. And I will be releasing that whole neck and chest peel video tomorrow so that you can, you know, figure out if like doing a TCA neck and chest peel is something you want to do this fall. I show you how to cut the 30% down to 20% to make it safer. It's still really intense for the neck and chest, okay? Like 20% is no joke when you're dealing with this skin area. So I hope you guys enjoy that video. I'll be on the live premiere with you guys to answer any questions or just chit chat about what you guys are eating for lunch that day. And I will see you guys tomorrow. Have a great rest of your Wednesday. Today's Wednesday.